Today, I will be presenting the Liebeck versus McDonald's case. McDonald's is owned by a collective number of shareholders and is the biggest fast food chain in the world. McDonald's is successful for many of reasons. Some of these reasons are that they have very Some of these reasons are because they have very strong brand recognition, exceptional customer service, and an amazing franchise model. There are over 36 McDonald's and there are over 36,000 McDonald's, with a third of them being located in the United States. Their their consolidated revenues consist of $6 billion for the quarter and have comprised of over $25 billion in the last 12 months. McDonald's earns a large sum of their revenues from of course, their hamburgers, their fast food, their French fries, their drinks, just overall their food products. One of McDonald's biggest milestones is overcoming the pandemic of 2020. They not only overcame it, but they actually sh really shot up in business during it. They have faced many lawsuits in the past, and one of them being the Liebeck v. McDonald's case. This presentation will analyze this case, what happened, and how it violated U.S. law. In 1992, Stella Liebeck spilled coffee all over her. This spill led to third-degree burns all over her body, and Liebeck was in recovery for over 2 years. Liebeck offered to settle the case before it ever went to court, and she offered McDonald's to pay her $20,000 for her hospital damages and other damages, suffering, things like that. McDonald's refused and then came back and offered $800. Then the case went to trial, of course, because Liebeck did not find that acceptable. McDonald's coffee was over 30 to 40 degrees hotter than the average coffee, which was found in the trial. And uh, the the pictures that were observed by the jury of Liebeck's burns were extremely graphic. The jury then eventually awarded $160,000 in compensatory damages and $480,000 in punitive damages. Before this case Before this case even occurred, there were over 700 other cases of McDonald's coffee burning their customers, and so the jury found that McDonald's was mostly liable due to the fact that they were already aware of the issue that was going on. There were no warning signs on the coffee. The coffee was exceedingly hot, and there was already a known risk there. McDonald's could have saved a lot of money if they would just have originally gave Liebeck the money that she was asking for in the original settlement. When McDonald's case was taken to court, they really didn't have much of a case. They admitted that they were aware of the coffee being made hotter than the average coffee, and they were admitted that they were aware of the 700 claims that were made against McDonald's. That were made against them. McDonald's claimed that they wanted to keep the coffee for the hot coffee that hot for the taste, and they believe that they were not responsible because the temperature was required to keep the premium quality state of their coffee, and they had no intention of changing it. Until this day, they still have not changed the temperature of their coffee. They did admit that they were responsible for Liebeck's hospital bills, and I think they admitted this because they didn't have a case, so they had to pretty much admit something. And this case violated U.S. law because it was an intentional tort of negligence. This is when someone suffers injury because of someone else's failure to to care. I believe McDonald's basically neglected the situation because they were just hoping that she wouldn't pursue anything, especially since during this time that suing wasn't as big of a deal. It still was, but it wasn't as big of a deal, and which is ultimately why she received punitive damages. So McDonald's did not suffer from this case much at all. They have faced many other major cases, and people are still continuing to eat there. And honestly, they didn't suffer much because they still kept the coffee the same exact temperature as when the case occurred. For the year of 2023, McDonald's annual gross profit was over $14 billion. So even if McDonald's faces a case, it's pretty much pocket change to their company. And I think that until a case that comes against their food quality or exposing them for something extremely bad, I think until a case like that comes up, then their business will never be under fire. And even if a case like that does come up, I still think that McDonald's has such loyal customers that they're still going to end up eating there and their business probably still will not be at risk. Overall, my thoughts on this case were that McDonald's is 100% liable for every penny that they owe Liebeck. And I believe this because although she was partially responsible for the spill, there were over 700 claims before hers against the burning coffee. And I believe that they had to eventually see a lawsuit coming from somewhere. Uh, I also believe that McDonald's is responsible for the Liebeck case because Liebeck originally asked them for it was $20,000 just to cover her medical bills. So she only wanted them to cover her medical bills. So since they neglected it, I believe that Liebeck, since they neglected the situation, that I believe that they are 100% responsible. And I believe that since McDonald's basically neglected Liebeck, that they pretty much had what was coming to them. And in this case was 100% fair, and that McDonald's just lost the case in the end.